Far left top. Oh, phone. Oh, excuse me. Oh, okay. Hey, guys, I will be right back as I try and remember where the targeting settings are. Pardon me. Excuse me.
Let's go. go.
Apologies, folks. Apologies. I was gonna make fun of the wife, but then I realized it was gonna be immortalized inside a tutorial. I decided not to. Did anybody remember where target settings are? Ah, they're in control, target. Ah, there we go. Automatically face target when using action, that's fine. Disable targeting of pets and minions in battle, that's fine. Switch target circle to target select. What the hell does that do? Left and right become hard targets. What does that mean? Oh! Oh my god, I learned that today! NS Drummer, thank you! Yeah, turn this on, motherfucker! That's way better! Alright, so... Personally, in terms of ignore depth or cone, I prefer cone for unlock because it lets you do this. As you can see, how you're actually pointing. Actually, you know, I prefer cone. Anyway, I was trying to tell everyone to go towards cone. These are all fine, except for this. No, not that one. Filters. This is my favorite one. This is so important. Okay? Oh wow, this has been fixed to the way I have it. That's great. Anyway, you enable target cycling. Target cycling will work, and you can change this to anything you like. But basically, it's the difference between what do you target when your weapon's at your belt? Everything. What does your weapon target when it's out? Enemies, aggroing enemies, duty enemies, NPCs and objects. Right? So that when your weapon's out, you don't have to worry about auto-targeting dudes over there. That's why down at the bottom you see there's all and others. Right? Why not minions? Minions don't have any health. Alright, so since I'm an Arcanist, I'll hit Carbuncle. There's no reason to not have Carbuncle. Carbuncle's gonna do his thing and he's your friend. So, like I was saying, the way that most people are going to target things in this game to attack them. It's not going to be using double-click A on auto-attack. That's just not good. Right? What you're going to do... Hey, Coffee Crown. What you're probably going to do is either hit A to target from far away, or hit left and right to do a hard target. And instead of doing auto-attack, especially if you're a magic user, you're going to hold your right trigger and hit your attack ability, such as Ruin. You're going to wait for it to circle around, and then you're going to hit Ruin again. Then, what you're going to do is you're going to go into character settings, and you're going to turn off auto-sheath weapon when not in battle. Because you're never going to want that ever. It's awful. Second of all, you're going to see this in character settings and character configuration. You definitely want to always see your battle effects. you kind of want to see your party's battle effects. And you definitely don't want to see anyone else's battle effects. If you have everyone's on show all, the game will become a goddamn soup. You will not be able to see anything inside any dungeon, any raid. You'll never, oh my god, never. You'll never be able to see anything. It's terrible. Don't do it. PvP opponents should have some though, because you kind of need to. All right, what I do to target a lot of things, however, and a lot of people don't know this, is I hold the trigger and I hit R1 or L1 to cycle through my targets. The reason I did this is since I'm already hitting right trigger, once I select my target, I can throw Ruin down. See, because you can't use the D-pad to hard target while, you know, right trigger's done, because that'll hit the D-pad. So instead, you can use L1 and R1. But your attack is already out. Also, of note, this is a new feature. This is a brand new feature. I think Endwalker did it. Where if there's no one to attack, and you hold right this, and you hit an attack move like Ruin, it won't attack no one. And why is that? Well, because it's not turned on. It's in here somewhere, actually. I went past it. Where was it? Target. Auto target according to priority, such as closest range. What this means is now you don't need to target shit. Just hold the button and hit attack. This is a game changer. You don't need to target. Just attack. You don't need to do it. All right? Next up, we're playing Arcanist and we're going to play Summoner, right? You're going to hit Start. You're going to go to Actions. This is where every button you could ever hit goes. Okay? It's really important. Don't stress. If there's ever a button that you're like, I think this is a function in the game, but I don't remember how to actually get to it, go to Start, Actions. They're literally all in there. Right? From attack actions to roll actions to traits to orders, which are for your pets. General, such as things like Limit Break, which is strangely not on your bar when you start the game. You want to, by the way, you want to get them onto your hotbar, hit square. And then put them on the bar. Duty action. Don't worry about that to Stormblood. Repair. That's a good one. Then you got main commands, duty commands, logs, travel, etc. Now, Cowie asks, how do I remove actions? That's a great question. I put 4 limit breaks on there. I don't need to have 4 limit breaks. Well, hold right trigger in this case, if it was this on left trigger, right? Then hit select to edit your hotbars. Then grab limit break. Now, instead of moving, just click the same thing again and delete it from your hotbar. Done. Now, let's pull. I would recommend this to everyone. I genuinely mean this. I would recommend to get rid of every single one of these. Because you use them very rarely. Very rarely. I would then also tell you to get rid of these. Every single one. Clean bar. All clean. Okay? By the way, if there's ever something you want to do to something and you want to have like an idea of how to do it, select them, hit square. It'll let you do shit like emote at the wharf rat. Alright. Now that we're all clean, we're going to have to change some of our character configuration. Right? So, say your weapon's out. Do you need teleport? Do you need return? No. No, you don't. That's stupid. So we'll go down to hotbar settings. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to enable expanded hotbar controls with L2 and R2. And we're going to put these on left and right. Number 2. Got it? You got it? Number 2. I keep it number 2. This is going to be easy for demo reasons. So, as you can see, when you go into actions, there's actually a huge amount of actions. Now, you don't have a job yet, so they haven't all shown up. But there's at least Ruin, there's Summon Carbuncle, there's Radiant Aegis, Physic, right, Aether Charge, Ruby, Gemshine, Fester, Energy Drain. Man, you're getting a lot of buttons. Oh man. At the end of this, I'm on set 8. Oh, that's fine. Let's just use, for example, because Summoner eventually gets a lot of attack buttons. Let's say you had... Oh, I'm fighting something. My mistake. Let's say I had just... Oh my god, there's so many attack buttons. Oh man. Oh, there's so many. They're not all ruined, but there's a lot. And yeah, let's just say there's just like so many that crap. I've actually run out of space. I've run out of space. I have more than 16 buttons. Where am I going to put those buttons? Well, luckily, you went in and turned on expanded hotbar controls. So what that's going to do is if I hold left trigger and right trigger, I'll get the left side of hotbar 2. And if I hold right trigger and left trigger, I'll get the left side of hotbar 2. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means I can put stuff like Summon Carbuncle down here, and Physic, and Aether Charge. So that if I want to use something that's a little out of the way, I can do so. Now I have access to all the right ones, all the left ones, all the left ones on the back bar, and all the left ones, all the right ones on the back bar. I'm now up to 32 buttons, which is all you're going to need for 99% of content. But what if I wanted more buttons? What if I wanted 16 more buttons? You'd go to character, and you'd do enable expanded cross hotbar with simultaneous double tap. And you would set those to whichever of your choice. Right now it's set to cross hotbar 8. That's fine. Well, what would I want to put on cross hotbar 8? Oh, I don't know. What about something like... something I don't use all that often, right? What would a move I don't use all that often be? I don't know. Limit Break? If I actually ever find the fucking thing. Where is Limit Break on this thing? General? Really? Oh, General, of course. Limit Break! So, limit break is, yeah, it's like your ult. After a long fight, you can gain limit break 1, 2, 3 bars. And then, why are we teaching you? There's some details I've forgotten over the years. So, you're fighting. I'm using Ruin. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Yes. Oh, it's time for limit break. Well, now that I've set it on my expanded cross hotbar, I can hold right, left to get this, or I can double tap. Oh, that's not large enough. We need enable directional and action buttons so that I can have the full extra bar. So now, with right trigger, right trigger, right trigger, left trigger, double tap, right trigger, double tap, left trigger, you now have 48 buttons to use. This is more than you would ever need. Ever. Ever. Also, if you're used to actually using your abilities and you can recognize them by their symbols, like I can tell you that that's Ruin 1 even if it didn't have the little text, you can go and it's in here somewhere. There's a button here. Display recast. You definitely want that. Where is it? Display control guide. There we go. No, that's the wrong one. What is it? It's in here somewhere. Display hotbar help. There it is. Now it's nice and clean. Right? Now, let's say, for example, you had a move on Summoner that had a long cast time, such as Swift Cast. You can only you can see in the bottom right, you can only cast it every 60 seconds. Right? And let's say your hotbar was completely full of fucking shit. Everything's full, right? And it has to go on the second bar, right? Well, then you run into a weird problem. And the weird problem is, Swiftcast is only available every 60 seconds, but you don't want to actually have to swap back here to actually see that it's available, right? That's annoying. That would waste time. This is when you engage into the nightmare that is the HUD layout screen. So I have used the HUD layout screen to do all sorts of shit, right? So for example, I take my mini map and I jam it as far up into the corner as it'll go. I take my server info and make it super tiny and put it over here. Such as that, right? But for your ease of use, the most important one is going to be hotbars. So turn off system, right? Just so you can see it. You're going to see, oh, where's hotbar 1? Well, it's actually a PC hotbar that's, you know, just in the side of your cross hotbar. And it's currently invisible, right? What about hotbar 2? What about hotbar 3? Right? Well, what if we used hotbar 7, 5? Where is that one? Hotbar 10. My favorite hotbar of all. Use the right analog stick to move it, and you can place that shit anywhere you like. Right? You can move it anywhere. Now you'd be like, why the fuck, Pat, are you using a hotbar when you can't actually even, you know, do anything with it? You can't click with your mouse. Well, we can turn on hotbar 10, for example, like that. Now hotbar 10's right there. And then what we can do is go into actions, use our digital mouse, and we can drag this down to hotbar 10. Now, you know what you'll see? You'll see Swiftcast. Oh, how do I turn on the Transparency settings. Oh, hide display. That's what it is. Now there is a button to make it so that all these unassigned slots are gone. I believe it is in character configuration, hotbar settings, and it's hide unassigned slots. There you go. So now it looks like that. And if you want to move it, you can move it wherever. And if you want it to be really big, because Swiftcast is important, you can do this shit and make it really big. And now you'll always know that Swiftcast is ready or not. You'll always know. Always know. So after you're done doing all of this stuff, what you definitely want to do is log out. Oh, are the icons not set to HD? Where is that option? Where is that? That's so funny. That's not like on. That's not. I passed it twice. Of course I did. UI resolutions at high. Yeah, no, I think you just might be crazy. How do you hit a button? Possum Walsh asks, how do you hit that button? Does it pop on the L2 R2 bar also? So the reason why you would put it on like hotbar 10 to live off to the side is purely so that you know it's off cooldown. To actually hit it, you would just have it wherever the fuck it is. So you end up with like a lot of duplicates, right? You have a lot of duplicate bar buttons, like, so that's purely for visuals. So now we're gonna log out, or actually we're gonna go back to town and log out because it'll be faster. And then I'll switch to my real character and I can show you exactly how I do it and what I use it for. So, let's log out. Goodbye, testing guy. We're gonna switch to... And remember, after you did all that shit, back up your character setting so you don't lose all that. Oh, I gotta change my data center. Well, first I'm gonna delete this guy. Sorry, dude. Bye, testing guy. You're dead. Yeah, it's not automatic. You definitely need to do it manually. Alright. So now we're going to be loading in as my Dark Knight, which is a character that I've spent many years on. And we're going to be using the Dark Knight class. No, not the Dark Knight class. We'll be using Warrior. The character that you're the most likely to start with if you're tanking. All right. So, if you look at my bars now, you're going to immediately notice why all that unclickable shit is there. All of this is stuff that I can't actually hit on the main bars. They're all stuff that exists on the back bars. But I need to know if reprisal is available. I need to know when I can cast Disesteem. I need to know when Living Dead will come off cooldown. But since they're in the back, I can't see them all the time. So I have them all set up like so. If we go into HUD layout, you'll see that I turned hotbar 7 and hotbar 8 into these little boxes, and then spent tons and tons and tons of time making it line up just nice. Don't worry about that inventory. Right? So now we're going to go down to the easiest place to do this, which is Castrum Oriens in Stormblood. Oh, there's a fade over there. Oh, don't worry about that. Anyway, Castrum Oriens has this nice training dummy that you can use. Right? I gotta turn that, I gotta change that. Oh, that's way better. Holy hell. That's way better. I like that. Anyway, so we're just gonna go over here. So, I know my Dark Knight super well. Goldsmith? That's clearly not right.